Welcome back, everybody. You're back with us here at good old Beamer and Son Garage headquarters. And our bird video, we're showing the remnants of what's left of that bird. So you saw it as a whole bird. And this is what's left. That's the head of it there. And that's the wings. And they've ate the rest of it. So, yeah, my cats don't leave much, you know, uh, of a carcass. They leave the head and the wings, and they eat the rest of it. I'm reflecting on the last couple days and the last few videos that I made here, and I feel very fortunate. I really do. I sit here and think about it. I've been fortunate in my life. I've had a lot of setbacks. I've had a lot of trials and tribulations. Especially in the last 6 months or so with my brother and sister are pieces of shit. But and all in all, you know, I have uh, made it. I have overcome. I've adapted. You know, and I've been lucky. I mean, I've been through a lot. You guys just only know a small portion of what's happened in my life. Some of the trials and tribulations and some of the quarrels and arguments and fights, and you just know a small portion, and they may come to you. I may bring them to you later on. We're not going to do it today, that's for sure, because today we're just oh, there's Sammy, baby, running across the field. Sammy, my Sammy, I think that's Sammy 2. I know Sammy 1 and Sammy 3 is in the house, so that's got to be Sammy 2. She was running clear across the field out there. Baby, baby. There she is. That's Sammy 2 right there. Baby, it's my girl. That's my girl. Look at her. She come running across. Boy, you're limping a little bit. What's up, girl? Come up here and see Daddy. Come on. That's my YouTube star right there. There she is. Come on, girl. Come see Daddy. Come on. So, we want to give homage. We want to give thanks to the people in my life, that's really made me whole. If it wasn't for this kid right here, right there, that's my son. If it wasn't for him, I still wouldn't be here. There's no way that I was gonna, continue my life without my mother and father, without him. And I got him. He's living here with me full time. That's a picture of him when he was young. I love him more than anything on this planet. I don't have a lot left on this planet, but I have him, and I'll fight to keep him. And all my animals here will do the same. I guarantee it. But if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd still be around here. And this lady here, if it wasn't for this lady here, that's my mother, guys. That's my great mother. There she is in her older age. I mean, believe it or not, this lady, when she was young, she was hot. And we'll show some pictures of my mom when she was much younger later. But I just wanted to, pay homage to her. She's the one, that was detrimental in buying the Beamer and Son Garage, land. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have this, great house. My shithead brother is so jealous that she bought this for me. It's pitiful because he got more than a piece of land. He got more than, a dilapidated, broken down home. He got more than a dilapidated, broken down garage. That pole barn or that carport wasn't here when they bought it. Me and my son came together, spent about $2,000, and we built that, together. And we had the frame of it put together, and I put the plywood on it, and him and I put that together. And it wasn't, for him, we wouldn't have that. But it's got a dilapidated barn, and a little one-room shack up on the hill. You know, and there's about 3 acres, close to 3 acres here that my great mother and father came together and got me. And so there's a little one-room shack up on the hill, you know, and I don't mean by, you know, say dilapidated or, you know, falling apart, you know. I've done a lot of work to it, you know. Me and my buddy Sam, Super Sam, Sam Seal, we fixed this whole uh, deck right there. We redone that deck, and he helped me fix my steps. And, you know, I've had some help. I got some great friends. And thank God for my friends, you know. And thank God for my mom and dad, you know. Thank God for them, you know. And, you know, my mom. And then here's my father. My great father. There's a picture of him in his older age, too. And when my father was young, he was a good-looking man, you know. But unfortunately, you know, time took its toll on him. But he still was a great man. He had a great heart. He loved his family, you know. And there was one other guy in my life. And here, actually, these both here were in my life. There's my mother, and there's a picture of my great big brother. And he was special. You know, he was very special to me in my heart. And I miss him. Monday, it'll be 18 years since he's passed. And, you know, it really just rocks me to the core, you know, that I lost my brother. Cancer, that's, you know, took him. And he couldn't, you know, he couldn't overcome it. He couldn't beat it. It just ravaged his body. He had the heart and the soul, you know, of a king, you know. And it took him, you know, and he fought it for 6 months. It was a battle that he waged and was never relentless to it. I mean, you know, his body had completely turned yellow. His liver shut down. He was what they call jaundice, and the man was still walking around. He was still driving. He was still, you know, his mom was in the hospital with a car accident in 2003. She had a tremendous car accident and survived it. And my brother, just like I was shaken to the core. And he got outside and got in the car and drove to the hospital to be with his mother. And mom's like, "What are you doing here, son? You should be at home taking care of yourself." And my great brother said, "I wanted to come see you." So, you know, that's the kind of family that I grew up with. You know, these two here that I have now, you know, this crappy brother and shit-ass piece of shit brother and sister I have, you know, they should be ashamed of themselves, you know, for what they've done to my son and myself. And God's going to get them, you know. I guarantee you, you know, bad karma's going to befall on both of you son of a bitches, and you're going to get what you got coming to you. But if it wasn't for these people here in my life here, you know, I don't know how I would have, you know, continued, you know. Without my son right here, you know, without these people here and the pictures here, you know, how I would have, you know, got to where I'm at now, you know. And I just wonder, you know, what my brother would think, you know. His son, Josh Beamer, has actually, you know, checked their channel out, and now we're in contact, you know, and he's very, very happy for us, for me and my son, of what we've done with this here. And we just love it that we got Josh in our life. You know, that was Matt, or excuse me, that was Matt there. I said that piece of shit in his name. Randy, that was Randy's son. So, Joshua. So we're very, you know, we're very humble in, you know, what we got, you know, what we have. And, you know, we did a couple videos here recently that probably stirred up a little controversy, you know, with our Mr. Obvious, our grind our gears. And, you know, that's the way it is, people. I mean, that's the way life is. You know, that's the way life deals you, you know, the cards. You know, sometimes you know, you're dealt the, you know, the deck from the top, and then all of a sudden, you know, some piece of crap, you know, like my brother, you know, deals from the bottom of the deck, you know. And that's what my brother did, you know. He was dealt from the bottom of the deck, You know, he's just a cheating, lying, you know, piece of shit, you know. And I noticed that he'll subscribe, watch a video, then he unsubscribes, and he subscribes, and he unsubscribes, you know. Hey, Matt, you know, take your subscription and shove it up your butt, you know. I don't need it. And so that's enough of that. You know, I'm going back to my grind my gears and, you know, the Mr. Obvious, because it's only obvious that it's him, you know. He left a comment and been leaving more comments again. And I blocked you again, you piece of shit. You know, get a clue. Every time you leave a nasty comment, you'll be blocked. God, he's such an ass. But, you know, I'm going back into my, you know, my grind my gears routine. And that's not why I came on here, you know. I came on here to pay, you know, homage to my great family, my great friends, all you guys out there on YouTube that subscribe to us. We appreciate you, every one of you guys. We got 1,019, and we appreciate every one of you guys. And we're looking to get some more subscribers, and we're looking to get, you know, make some more friends. And today is the Columbus Mopar show in Columbus, and I wish I was going. Starts at 9 o'clock. It don't look like I'm going to make that. I really want to go, but I'm definitely going to make the Indiana State Fairgrounds on Saturday, the March 5th, and I hope to see you, some of you guys there. Jedediah, of course, you know, you and your family. I hope Bad Tree Productions there. God, I hope they're there. I don't know if they're going to make the trip. I sure like to meet Jeremy and Blake and J-Bo. God, I want to meet those guys too. And Hack 2 Garage, I hear you're going to probably show up, and I'm, you know, be glad to, you know, shake your hand and meet you guys too. You guys got a cool channel, a cool GTO you're building. And, you know, I hope I get to see you all. And until then, it's Beamer and Sug Garage paying homage to, you know, the people that really, you know, came about in my life, you know, that was there for me. My big brother was there. And on Monday, it'll be 18 years. My father, my mother, you know, and my son's been there, you know. He's been there the whole time, you know. 39 years. He's 39 years old. And, yeah, I fight for that kid. You mess with that kid, and I'll bury you. You mess with that boy right there, I'll put you in the... I don't give a damn. You know, I'll put you in the grave. You will not live to talk about it, you know. But that's how I am, you know. I will fight for my family. I will fight for my friends. You know, there's been many, many documented stories of what I've done for my friends. You know, I had a good buddy of mine that built a Z28 for him, and another guy burned his car to the ground. A piece of shit guy trashed his car, burned it down. And what had happened by the end of the story on that, me and my friend that owned the car tracked him down, hunted him down. We got him. My buddy that owned the car was supposed to kick his ass, and they were fighting. My friend couldn't do it. He was a big son of a bitch. And I jumped in the fight, and I whooped that boy. I broke his ribs. I broke him up inside. I kicked his ass. And it was only fitting. I worked on the car. I put an engine in it, a transmission, a rear end. I built this car. It was only fitting the guy that owned the car and the guy that worked on it got to beat the shit out of the guy that trashed it. So he got his bad karma, you know. He got what he had coming, you know. And I could go on and on and on about the stories of my life and some of the things I've done. And a lot of things I've done, you know, were justified, you know. And that was one right there. So you mess with me, you mess with my friends, you mess with my, you know, my family, and you got me on you. So that's it, guys. Beamer and Sug Garage forever, and the rest never, except for Jamie Phillips, Actions Auto Parts. He gives me shout-outs on every video. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Check his channel out. Subscribe to Jamie Phillips, the bald guy, my buddy, out of Stanford, Kentucky, where I'll beat your ass. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.